Okay, so this is the second part for the Math 104, Chapter 3 review. And we're starting with question number 7. So it says the slope and the y-intercept for the line 4x minus 6y equals 12 is. So my personal choice is to put it into y equals mx plus b format. So I'm going to isolate y. So I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides. And then I'm going to divide by -6. So we get y equals a -2 plus 2/3 x. So my slope is 2/3 and my y-intercept is equal to a -2. So it looks like that would be letter C. 2/3 and a -2. Okay. So question number 8. Says the equation of a line contains 2 points, 5, a -3, and a -7, 1. So we're going to use those 2 points to find the equation of a line in the standard form. So the first thing we have to do is find the find the slope. So I'm going to take 1 subtracting a -3. And that means I have to start with a -7 and subtract 5. And remember my little trick, if you turn this sideways, it should be your coordinate points. A -7, 1 is one of the points, and 5 and -3. Okay, so my slope is a +4 over a -12, which is a -1/3. And then I'm going to put it into the point slope form. I'm going to choose, you can choose either point that you want, but I'm going to choose this point here, 5 and a -3. So it's going to be y subtracting a -3 equals the slope times x subtracting the x is 5. This is y plus 3 equals a -1/3 x plus 5/3. So what I'm going to do is multiply through by 3 to eliminate my fractions. So each term gets multiplied by 3. So multiplied by 3, 3, 3, and 3. So those 3's cancel in both of those denominators. So now we have 3y plus 9 equals a -x plus 5. And then I'm going to move my x to the left. So we have 3y plus x. And I'm going to subtract 9 from the right. So 5 minus 9. And then they like to write the x term first. So it's x plus 3y equals a -4. Let's see if that's one of our choices. So x plus 3y equals a -4. It looks like A is the correct answer. Okay. So let's look at number 9. It says the equation for the line that is perpendicular to this line and contains the point here. So we want to find that new equation. So to do that, remember with a perpendicular line, we have to find the original slope. So let me get a new scrap paper here. So number 9, we need to find our the slope one. And to do that, I'm going to isolate this 8. I'm sorry, this y here. So a negative 10x plus 8y equals 3. So I need to isolate y so I can find my slope. So I'm going to add 10x to both sides and then divide by 8. So that's an 8. So it reduces to 5x over 4 plus 3 over 8. So our original slope is 5 over 4. Okay. So that means my new slope, M2, is the opposite sign, so it's negative, and then the reciprocal, so 4 over 5. And goes through this new point. So my new line, perpendicular, right, is going to be y minus the 12 from the new point, and then my slope is a negative 4/5 times x minus the 15 from the new point. And I can multiply both sides by 5 immediately to get rid of that denominator. So I'm going to multiply this term times 5, this term times 5. I'm going to multiply this whole right side times 5, so I can just cancel out the 5 one time. So I have 5y minus 12 times 5 is 60 equals, that canceled that out. So it's just a negative 4 times x minus 15. And then I'll have 5y minus 60 equals, and I'm going to distribute the negative 4, so negative 4x plus 60. And then I'm going to move my x term to the right, left. So I'm going to add 4x, so 4x plus 5y. And I'm going to add 60 to both sides to get my constant on the right. So it looks like my correct equation that's perpendicular to the original equation is 4x plus 5y equals 120. So it looks like letter A is it. Okay, we're going to move into some function stuff. So let's leave that. We're going to start with problem number 11 on the third video. We'll be right back with that.